That's my excuse. What's up, guys? This video is gonna be kind of to teach you guys how I track my macros. This isn't gonna be so much to convince you guys to diet this way if you don't do it. I think if you don't believe it, if it fits your macros, then I probably won't be able to convince you. But for those of you that don't know what it is, basically, if it fits your macros, is a method of dieting based on tracking macronutrients and calories. So basically, the idea is that, well, I made a video about this before, so I will put a link in the description. So you can watch that if you want to go a little more in depth. But the basic idea is that based on your goals, whether you want to be gaining weight or losing weight, you have a certain caloric requirement, and then within that caloric requirement, you have a certain number of grams of protein, number of grams of carbs, and number of grams of fat that should be your goal for each day. And obviously, you manipulate those numbers based on what kind of progress you're seeing and what kind of changes you need to make personally. But yeah, so the idea is that you have a certain number of grams of protein, carbs, and fat for each day that you try to hit, and it's as simple as that. And basically, you can eat anything you want, which is not to say I don't encourage that you eat crap food all the time, obviously, but as long as you're getting your micronutrients in, you can basically eat anything as long as it fulfills the rest of your requirements, and you'll be able to develop your physique. But on to how I track macros. So in order to track your macros, a few basic things you're going to need is one, food scale. I like this one just because it's real thin, easy to carry around if I need to carry it, especially when I'm in school. And then also, it's helpful if you can, like, if you look at a food label, I don't have one with me right here, but basically on any packaged food that you have, you can look at the label and the nutritional information. It'll tell you the number of grams of protein, carbs, and fat, as well as micronutrients. But what you're mainly concerned with is your macros. So you look at the macros for that, and based on the serving size, calculate how many grams of each you're getting. And then the way that I'm keeping track of my numbers for the day is, I actually just recently started doing this. I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but if you have a scale like this, what I do is I actually write my numbers on the back. Just use like a dry erase marker or something like that. So, for example, my starting numbers for the beginning of the day are 265 protein, 430 carbs, and then 61 fat. So it'll look like this, and I wrote it kind of big just so you guys can kind of see. So that's a terrible 5. But yeah, my bad handwriting aside, it's my starting number is 265, 430, and 61 fat. And you can really do it in whatever order you want. I know that on nutritional labels it goes usually fat first, then carbs, and protein, I think. But this is just the order I do it. Doesn't matter which order you go in as long as you know which number is which. So for me, protein first, carbs next second, and then fat last. And then whenever you eat something, whether it be packaged or not, make sure you weigh out your serving size. And then whenever you figure out how many grams of each macronutrient it is, you just subtract. So let's say I eat a Quest bar. A Quest bar, most of them I think are 20 grams of protein, 24 carbs, and 5 fat. So let's say I ate a Quest bar, that would be 20 protein, so it would be 225 left. Oh, 45. Okay, well I kind of ran out of room, but you get the idea. That says 245 protein, 406 carbs, and 56 fat left. So then I just go throughout the day doing that same thing. Every time I eat, I'll do the subtraction and write it next to there. And yeah, I mean, if you write messy like me, just be careful. Make sure you can read your numbers. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty easy. And the only thing I would say is if you have to carry your scale around, like if you're in school or something like that, you might not want to use the dry erase marker just because your numbers might get erased. So if you do have to carry your scale with you, I'd recommend either doing this on your phone on a notepad app or just doing it on a piece of paper. And in fact, that's what I used to be doing, is on a piece of paper like this. These are all my numbers for the past like 3 days. So yeah, do it however you want on a notepad or your phone or on the back of your scale, but it's pretty simple. So hope that helps you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.